Hey, what is going on, Hustle Buddies? Sorry for the delay. We were running a little bit behind. We had some updates and stuff, but we are here. We're excited to chat tonight. Tonight is going to be a fun night. So we're going to talk about kind of an unusual way to source stuff, to flip things. Over the years, we've been an Amazon seller for a while now, and over the years, I've tried out a lot of these different sort of like BOLO groups. And I've pretty much hated every single one. That's why I don't really promote any in our group. And some of them, like, they all kind of struggle with very similar issues. So some of them are made by like content creators, like people like me, and they're sort of sharing things that they're finding during their YouTube videos, but they're sharing them everywhere. So there's like 1,000 people that are all watching the same leads. Some of them are like specifically for beginners, and they request, or sometimes they require beginners to like share leads. And that doesn't really ever work out well, because I don't want somebody who just started a month ago telling me what they found and where they found it and sharing their leads. Like I don't want what they're finding. There's a group that I joined now, like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, called the Flipping Team. And it was so wildly different, even though it's sort of in that same category of like a BOLO group or a lead group. It functions so drastically different than any other I had ever been a part of. I was completely blown away. I'm still in it to this day. So I reached out to the owner and creator of it. His name is Knight. He has, when I first saw his name on Facebook, I was like, I think this is like a spam or some scammer or something. No, he's a real person. He's legitimate. But yeah, so his name's Knight. We brought him on for a little interview. We're going to talk about sort of BOLO groups, how to use them, why we like them, and all of that. All right, let's bring Knight on. There we go. Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey now, how is it going?
Good. Now, just to forewarn you guys, I've never had Knight on one of these live videos. He doesn't usually do them. He's a little bit of a loose cannon, so I apologize in advance if anyone
I
thinks
warned you.
something.
I haven't done one of these in years, so I warned you.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys have been forewarned. So Knight, can you, before we sort of like get into like the meat and potatoes of this, can you sort of give us like the general, like, who are you? How did you start? Like, were you like an Amazon seller in the past prior to sort of building this massive sort of BOLO group type thing? What's
Yeah.
some of your story?
So my name is Knight. I have climbed Mount Yosemite in the middle of the night, and I still carry a piece of it, a little rock in my leather jacket. I've crashed an Amish wedding. I snuck over. I went over to Tijuana one time, and I snuck back in. I lost my wallet, so I snuck back into America. So I'm not sure if I'm still a citizen or not, but I've been selling online for decades. I started on eBay in like 1999, 1998, and Amazon in 2008. And I mean, what I did back then was my buddy and we used to sell wholesale lots. Like this is like back in the HTML days of eBay, like the old school, like the wire transfer
Oh
check, personal
yeah.
checks, the
Uh-huh.
money order days of eBay. And we used to get these huge lots together and sell them. And this is back when you can have like a ton of you can do your own HTML in the description. And
Uh-huh.
we used to put like 1,000, and this is like dial-up days. So we used to put like 1,000 pictures in the descriptions of everything that we were selling in dial-up days and do auctions, and they would go for tons of money, like tens of thousands of dollars. I think the highest one we ever did was like $70,000 on eBay. And guess what the final value fees back then on a $70,000 auction?
What's
Thousands of
that?
dollars. No, eBay had a cap. I think they still do, but it's like super high now. But the final value fees on eBay auction of a $70,000 auction back then was $50. And that's what I did that for. I did that for a couple of years. I used to, yeah, actually, because there was so much stuff, I would, and because it was like eBay, people would like, I would fly out to meet people. And this is like, I'm talking like 2002, 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7. I used to fly out and meet people, bring them the best stuff. And this is post, and sometimes people would pay cash for the stuff. So this is like post 9/11. I
Uh-huh.
had I had the 1999 cargo shorts on, the cargo pants, and don't hush hush, but I had a little bit of cash here, a little bit of cash there on the airplane, a little bit over here, sweating like a pig, and this is just to sell stuff on eBay. But anyways, fast forward, I stopped doing that after the 2008 stuff, and fast forward now, I run the flipping team for several years now. I was doing it ever since I started the YouTube channel, and so after the 2008 stuff, I was just doing. I had a brick and mortar shop, and we are just doing the casual things like I was just selling this and that on eBay and Amazon. I had a shop where people would bring stuff in. I would be able to buy stuff, and I spent most time. We spent most time in the back barbecuing, but customers would come in, bring us stuff. I mean, we should have started a TV show back then with all the employees, the crazy employees we had. I had some nutty employees, but missed opportunities. Anyways, fast forward to that, got rid of the brick and mortar shop, and a couple years ago when I started doing YouTube, then I started the flipping team, or flipping electronics, and then the flipping team, and it all blew up from there.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I had no idea that you've been around for that long. Like I knew you'd been around for a while, but like,
oh yeah,
yeah, that's like since e-commerce
I'm
basically started.
I'm a boomer reseller.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. So, oh, and by the way, guys, if you have any questions, things like that, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll periodically be trying to check over there. But yeah, so you said like you were a flipper for a long time. You sort of started making some content. I actually had no idea you had a YouTube channel. So like, why did you sort of, I guess, sort of start doing like these, like the flipping team, for example? Like, why did you start making that for sellers as opposed to sort of being a flipper?
Yeah. So with I was like, we were following like all the original, like the old school YouTubers, like people that it's like, oh, like I'm showing my age, I guess, but everyone knows everyone who's famous now. But I mean, there's like people that have like come and gone. We had like the Redneck Picker, and all the guys and all the original guys in the green room. There, I mean, they're still posting. And then the green room guys, Bonafide Hustler and all them, they started the green room. And so, I was one of the original members in there. And so I made a ton of friends, ton of reseller friends. And so, I was joining all of these Facebook groups, like all the Facebook groups are blowing up. And then so what had happened was, everyone started making up these groups, like these little individual groups inside of them. And then so since I started a YouTube channel, then I started getting invited into all these groups, and I can see the wealth of information and just the amount of stuff that people are able to share. But the fact is that like a lot of these groups are kind of like invite only, or like kind of secretive and stuff. And so I started like with the green room, like the green room in the beginning days was like amazing, and everyone was sharing and stuff, but then everyone started holding everything close to their chest, and then everything started getting all secretive and stuff, and then the admin stopped posting or whatever. It was just the members posting. And so one of the reasons why I started the flipping team in like 2016, 17, 18 was I wanted people that didn't have access to that kind of stuff, like it takes a lot of work to go in and network with everyone and find the people and like find the underground resellers. Like, yeah, sure, there's like all these famous resellers on YouTube and all the famous guys, but there's like the people that I know, my friends, are all like the underground people that don't post videos, and they like do big numbers. They just find the best stuff. And so I decided to start something so that regular people can have access to a group like that. And so like the flipping team is basically, think of the flipping team like if you could join like every single private chat group, know every single Twitter, like secret Twitter account, or like underground Twitter channel that posts like awesome stuff to like 300 people, but they post amazing stuff because the guy's like super into it. All the best Telegram groups and all the mom groups and stuff like that. And just like all the secret underground stuff, like all at the same time, all the best Reddit channels, all at the same time. That's what being in the flipping team is like, and that's what I set out to create.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I want to share my screen real fast. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let's see, there it is. Yeah, so you should
There we
be,
go.
yeah, you should be looking at this. So yeah, when he's like, yeah, you sort of have access to like all these different underground things. It's pretty wild. It blew my mind when I first saw this because like I had come from, I mean, I don't want to like call people out, but there's many content creators who I had been a part of their BOLO groups, and it was
Yeah.
like mostly users sharing their own finds. It was like all the beginners, like, oh, here's what I found at Marshall's, here's what I found at TJ Maxx. It wasn't actually really useful stuff. Maybe
Yeah.
every once in a while there'd be a tip, but I log into this for the very first time, and like, sure, there's like the normal like announcements, reminders, whatever else. But like you start getting into this, you see like, okay, here's Amazon to Amazon flips.
Yeah.
Here
Show
are
that one. Show that one.
yeah.
That
So
was good.
this one was wild. So like there's so much information in here. So this one, if you happen to be online this morning, this was posted at 2:45 a.m. Now it sold out very rapidly. So like if you go right now, no, it's not going to be this price.
Right.
It would sell out very rapidly. But if you were online this morning, and I always check this first thing in the morning, and I have my alerts, especially for this one, set for on so I can hear it. But Amazon was selling this item for $35. Usually it sells for $185. We can see here right there. And then if we click on
and that's a live Keepa chart, right? By the way, if you go back to that post like months from now, it'll show the live Keepa information like right there in the group, in the chat.
Yeah.
Like it'll show the updated info.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, like there's stuff like this all the time. So that's just Amazon flips. There's other flips. There's if members do post things, like there's a place to do that. There's like freebies coming in here. He does ungating guides. But then like it expands from there, and we get pretty cool because you get into things that like I don't really actively do, but if I ever want to dabble, I can be like, oh, I want to flip some tickets. I want to see like, oh, I know there's a Taylor Swift concert in the area. Maybe I can flip a ticket or two. So like there's like the ticket flipping stuff. There's sneaker bots. So like they have Knight has set up all these bots and things like that that will just kind of like parse all the different websites for when is there like this brand new big sneaker drop. And that's not something that I go heavy into, but I love that I sort of have access to those types of things, to those like sneaker flipping sort of underground groups that are like, hey, this is coming out, everybody check this out. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. I mean, he's got I like looking at this. There's the oops, not that. The they've got like this whole place where it's just like a bot that's just constantly like, oh, here's more OA leads. Here's I mean, yeah, all sorts of stuff. They've got store specific leads, like here's Kohl's, Best Buy, whatever else. They've got bots where you can check restocking things. Like if there's something at Target, for example, and you're like, okay, this is a replen of mine at Target, but they're always going out of stock. You can set these. And like I'm showing you guys a lot right now. I have personally hidden probably 80%.
I noticed. I was like, where's this? Where's it at?
Right? Yeah. So like I've hidden the vast majority of it because it's so much. It's like, okay, that's
the point.
Pay attention to everything. Here's the few things that I will look at a glance. So I check it in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. I see what I like, and I'll have alerts for like the really big stuff, like that $35 one this morning. So I have my like audio alert set for that. But I love that it's not just like it's not just beginners sharing like, hey, here's this cool thing I found at TJ Maxx.
It's a lot of people.
Holy smoke! I mean, there's 200 people or so in there. I think last time I checked. But
I mean, people posting, yeah.
The amount of leads, though, like that's a problem with I see in other sort of these BOLO groups. It's like there's so many people seeing so few leads. Like they might post like, okay, there's this big sale at I don't know Ollie's or something. We're all gonna go there, and so like everyone goes there, and yeah, it's fine. But like that was like the only good post that week, and so everyone goes there. Whereas this, like every hour, there's like 100 leads for me to read every single hour.
Only 100, Nate.
Right. I was like, oh man, like yeah, it's a larger group. I mean, it's not like a tiny little hole in the wall thing with 10 people sharing stuff. But because there's so many leads, I've never seen things like go under and things like that.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like you mentioned it before, and like we don't want to talk bad about other people or whatever, keep it positive over here. But that is a problem with, some groups like that. It's like when you sign up for like your favorite person's, group or BOLO group or whatever, like really you're just, I mean, to be honest, like you're really just getting leads and posts like from that one person, and then maybe like their 3 closest fans are posting, and like at most, like some of these bolo groups that I've seen, you know, like they're great and they post like awesome stuff, but you know, there's not the volume there. So like it's like 1 or 2 people posting, 1 or 2 gurus or YouTubers posting, maybe 3. But like when you join the flipping team, it's like 25. Like you're it's like 25 underground resellers posting. Like people that don't have YouTube channels that are, you know, they're too shy to be on, you know, Facebook or creating videos and stuff. And I mean, even I barely put out any videos. But like, so all my friends and all my connections that I've made over the last 15 years and all the Facebook groups and everything like that, like we have the best like underground resellers posting in the flipping team. And it's like a minimum of 25 people posting all day long.
It's wild how much like high quality, like unknown information gets posted in there.
That's my point. Like my goal is to overwhelm you. Like I love getting messages. You would think that I would hate it or like I'd be self-conscious about it, but like I love getting messages like people like, oh my God, this is too much. Like I give them tips though. I give like, when you do join, like I give you like a little rundown of what to do. Like for anyone who's in the group right now watching, or anyone who's been in before, all you got to do is you mute the channels that you don't care about, and then there's an option to hide. You'll see it right when you get in. You mute the channels you don't care about. So you saw that list that Nate shared, and like it's a lot of stuff. But like he did himself. Like I saw channels missing when he was showing us. What's going on? Like he just muted channels that he didn't care about. And not only can you mute stuff, but you can actually choose to hide your muted stuff. And so it's like there's no visual clutter. And so you know that the joke is that my goal is to overwhelm people. But if you just take like 5 seconds to like just mute stuff you don't like, then you know, do that. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was like, and then the other problem with other bolo groups that I'll say the quiet part out loud is the ones that where you join and then they want you to pay their bills because you need to post stuff. Those are the worst.
Oh, I hate them. Yeah, like there was one, this was back like 2 years ago. I talked about it briefly, but then the more I was in, I was like, wait, this is horrible because it's just like 200 absolute beginners who are like, you're required to make 1 post a week if you want to stay in the group.
Tag you. And they'll tag you like
posts. I don't want any of these leads.
Yeah, and they'll tag you like, oh, hey Joe, hey Nate, you haven't posted your bolo today, but Nate, you better post your bolo. We're gonna kick you out.
And then they just post like the crappiest, like, well, I found this at TJ Maxx. I don't know if anyone's ungated, and it's like I don't like a Sony. Like no, exactly. no one here can sell that pair of Levi pants.
So that's the point of the flipping team is I made it to where there's so much stuff that there's something for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. So let me see. I was going to have you give us sort of like general tips for how to better use the flipping team. Cause I think we've talked about this a couple times. Especially around like Q4, we usually talk about the flipping team because around Christmas time, this is like phenomenal. All the people who are looking for like Q4 leads, that's actually, so like around Q4, there's this thing that happens. There's something that happens on Amazon, and there's something that happens in the content world about Amazon. So within Amazon, Q4 happens, and it goes bonkers. Like honestly, you will probably sell as much during Q4, like between like Thanksgiving-ish time and New Year's, maybe a little bit after New Year's if you sell stuff like clothing. Between those few months, you'll probably sell as much then as all of your other months combined. And so people kind of go crazy. They're like, okay, I got to get ready for Q4. Got to get ready for Q4. And a lot of times people will sign up for like these really expensive Q4 classes, things like that. And the content in them is good. And we've made them ourselves. We've promoted them ourselves. And a lot of times the content is really good. But the leads from Q4 groups like that from your favorite content creators tend to be rather so-so. I've been in a lot over the years, and every year I come out kind of disappointed, like, well, those leads weren't great. There's a lot of people looking at it. It wasn't awesome. What I love about something like the flipping team is you can take, like, if you want to take a Q4 class, awesome. And have it be about the content, great. And
about training.
If you want lead, like if you just like okay, what do I buy for Black Friday? Which stores am I going to hit for Cyber Monday? What am I going to do for this? Where am I going to go for that? What's like the craziest deal that no one knows about that everyone wants? All of those items end up inside of Flipping Team posts. And so it's like, all right, you can do your Q4 like content stuff, but if you're Q4 bolos, holy smokes, that's the Flipping Team. And Q4 is coming up, and like, I mean, we're like 2-3 months away from actually being
the best time to get ready for Q4 2023 was December 26th, 2022. So
seriously,
the second best time is right now.
Yeah. So yeah, we wanted to talk about this sort of prep for it and everything. If you've got questions about it, let me know.
I mean, it's all about following the trends. I mean, that's another big reason why the flipping team blew up at the time, because I was doing flipping electronics before, and then it became the flipping team because 2020 happened. And I'm gonna watch for all the trigger words, but I mean, like back then, like where's my list at? Hold on a second. Where's my list at? I want to give people some examples and actually teach a little teeny tiny bit, which is something I don't usually do because all I do is give leads. Where's my thing at?
I love it.
Hold. Back. Oh, there we go. Hey. So, I mean, so here's the thing. So, tips to finding. So, flipping team is all about following the trends. And so, like, for example, like one random example right now is like, it's summer concert season. And so everyone is buying all the merch for all these like amazing concerts that are coming out. So one of the trends is that all these artists are making event posters and concert posters for all these like big bands like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Dave Matthews Band. And so those lithographs, just like when you're showing in the group, we have reminders every day, posting in the morning. And when you're in the flipping team, we post like reminders and all the highlights every single day in one channel. So you don't even have to follow all those channels if you don't want. We have members like that. We literally have members that like hide everything from flipping team, and they only follow. I've seen the screenshot. They literally only have like, go back to Nate's screenshot there, and he was like showing his channels, and they only literally have Amazon to Amazon flips and the flips channel and the chat, and that's it. But we post that, right there up at the top of the reminders. We post the reminders every single day and let people know what's happening that particular day, and tag everyone so you get a notification that there's some concert posters right there. And so one of the trends is like all these concerts are, all these bands are having these crazy posters made. And so Flipping Team is about following the trends. And so we post all of those. But back in 2020, I mean, we were posting, the whole, like everyone was wearing a particular thing back in 2020. I don't want to trigger any words for the YouTube video, but before it was a big deal, like before it was like a negative thing, or like it was a big deal to do this, and before like, actually eBay and Amazon were like taking people down, like we were watching the morning news and we're like, oh, this thing is happening in this other area, and like crazy stuff is happening. So like, you know what, you better go. And then people were like scared in 2020. They were scared to go to stores. Like they were scared to even go out to stores. And so like the main thing, like if you go to the main, if you go to Nate's link right there and see our sales page, like the whole point is that we watch the trends so that you don't have to. But back in 2020, this thing was happening in like January, March, or February. And I think in early March, we posted, hey, people are like scared to go to stores right now. You better get your butts over to Home Depot and buy this thing that everyone was wearing in 2020 and sell on eBay. Of course, eBay ended up taking them down. But then we went on from there. Like everyone was stuck at home in 2020. So we're like, hey, if everyone's stuck at home and they need to go to school and they need to go to work, they need to do teleconferencing and stuff, then go on Logitech. We had software written up. I had software written up where every time a Logitech webcam was on sale or went up and live on sale, they were always sold out. Everyone needed webcams all of a sudden because Xennials and Gen X and Gen Z or whatever, or Gen Z, they don't have, they just use their phones. They don't have laptops, and all of a sudden everyone needed a webcam. And so in 2020, we were letting everyone know, Logitech in stock right now. Go clear out the shelves or go online and buy them all out. And we were selling like $50 webcams.
The Blue Yeti were going like crazy in 2020.
to go on a tangent, like I said, I haven't done a video in a long time. I found my old Yeti and I was going to open it for this video, but I was like, screw it. I'm going to just do these AirPods.
This was one of the leftovers from we flipped a bunch. I'll keep one. I'll use it for video.
But to run through it real fast. again, it's about watching trends. And there's a teaching moment about this in a second. But then hair clippers, no one can go out and get a haircut. So we let everyone know, go out. I mean, I wish everyone watching this video right now were like in the flipping team in 2020, because we were cleaning house. We went to every CVS. We bought all the hair. No one can get a haircut, so we bought every single hair clippers. I was driving over to Costco and like filling up the regular sedan, and like having like my girlfriend at the time like come bring her SUV and like fill up her car and with hair clippers from Costco. What else we have? Webcams, gym equipment, pools. Summertime, everyone's home, pools, and all that
There's
stuff.
people doing like 100,000 in like their first month on Amazon just from pools.
Oh yeah,
wild.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then we had the water games, and I know that some groups were like doing pools and stuff, but like we carried it on to, we had water games. We posted every time a water game would go on to go back in stock. We would alert everyone. PS5s, the PS5 just came out, and no one even knew. Let me tell this story real quick. The PS5, they were supposed to release like on that weekend, but some random retailer, I forget who it was, like. I don't want to like say who it was, like Amazon or GameStop or something. It was some random retailer, not Amazon, but they listed their PS5s for sale when they weren't supposed to. And so every retailer all listed and all went live with their PS5s like that day, even though they were supposed to on the weekend. And we cleared them all out, and it was so fun because like I had like members that were buying it for their kids and stuff too. Like not only to resell, they bought like 3 to resell, one for their kid. And then the best part was like going on Twitter and like everyone was like, I can't believe I can't get a PS5. This is the most stupidest, ridiculous thing. It's 2020 and all this stuff. All I want is a PS5, and like we've been buying like 10 a week. Each member's like buying 10 a week like for a year now. It's great.
And like so, and I want to point this out too, because it wasn't just like the information. It wasn't just, hey guys, go buy PS5s. It's a good flip. Like obviously, yes, that was there too. That's in every group. But like you guys have systems and bots and add-ons like that will automate this. Like, oh yeah, you want to buy these things as soon as they come in stock, download this bot and give it these permissions, and it will like automatically add to cart as soon as this item is in stock. Boom, add to cart, purchase, boom, ship it to you.
It's all free too. That's all included. That's free. Like all you got to do is put in, you got to trust. All you got to do is put in your credit card into that bot. You're gonna buy it. You're gonna be fine. But all you got to do is trust this guy with the multicolored shirt and the long hair. But, no, we had the bots and like we also have the inventory monitors, and that's what happened too. Is like, so like and we created the monitors where like it'll tell, like I'm not adding stuff to it, and the software people are not like, they're not going out of their way to add to it. Like we can if we want to, but like the software knows. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like the software knows that like all of a sudden everyone's buying this, and it's like all out of stock all the time. This happens with a ton of toys. Toys are the easiest. I do know this. The toys are the easiest, but like it's out of stock all the time, like so fast. And so the monitor will, and you can sign up for notifications too. So you hit the bell on there, and it will actually instant message you and say, hey, this is in stock. And then you can use like the software that you mentioned, the Flipping Team software, and they'll check out for you like instantly. And so this stuff is finding it on its own. Like I'm not even doing anything. So like you're talking about like joining other groups in the past, like joining other groups, but like literally it's like literally doing it for you. Like it's like this is selling out all the time, We're adding it to the list, like you better be buying this. And like that's how it runs really.
Yeah. And like it's crazy. Like you have all of the different levels. You have it where like, okay, if the people just want to know what to flip and sort of where to go, that's there. You've got the people who's like, okay, I want to know what to flip, but I also want it to text my phone as soon as this comes in stock. Boom, like you got that covered. And then there's people who are like, I understand how this all works. I'm good with it. I want to know, and then I want it to text my phone, and then I just want it to automatically send it to my house. Like I just want a computer to just buy this for me. Because computers can do pretty much anything that I can do much faster than I can do it. So it's like, I'll just let the computer do it. It's crazy. And that's all like a part of the flipping team. So that's just going back to like how many different aspects of it there are. It's not just like members sharing bolos. It's not just like, hey, be on the lookout for that stuff from some admin. It's not just like information or insight, or like, oh, here's an upcoming sale, or here's a sneaker drop. Like it's everything. It's all of that plus more. So yeah, I've loved it. I'm happy that we could chat with Knight here. Yeah, I mean, it's every time I pull it up, it's like, how the heck did Knight pull all of this together? This is so much information.
It's many decades in the making.
Yeah.
No, so I mean, here's a teaching moment too. I mean, like, even if you're not in the flipping team, like the way we kind of pull this information, like, you know, the 20 of us plus is, you know, if you want to do it, something like that yourself, it's like, it's all about following the trends. And so, I mean, you can, like, you know, for example, you know, you find the artist that we showed earlier, you find that guy's Instagram, you find his Twitter, you follow that. They always post what they're going to do. I mean, there's always toy collectors and stuff, or like toy makers, and they do one-offs like Mattel. You know, follow Mattel, and Mattel will release, like, they just recently, a big home run was they just released the Monster High Bride of Chucky dolls. And so they do this Monster High dolls, like whatever that is, and that's the other thing. I don't even know what half of this stuff is, but it makes money. It's all good with me. But no, so you follow Mattel, and like they post like, on Monday we're going to be doing the Bride of Chucky dolls. And so you go, but you got, if you're not in a flipping team, you got to do your own research and see what's good or what's not. And then what else? Mom groups, like, you know, I think that's kind of an old school, like a super old school trick.
So many mom groups.
I don't want to say anything. Like, maybe we can like mute this video, like make it not public for a second. But I may or may not have extra Facebook accounts. I mean, MySpace accounts. Yeah, MySpace accounts that are in the Facebook group, that may or may not have a different picture that doesn't look like me, and may or may not have a different name that's not my name. And they're in a lot of, you know, very nice Christmas toy groups that are full of a lot of moms. Yeah, so join us the mom groups and stuff, the Telegram groups. Like, if you get on Telegram, there's tons of people that post deals. There's people that post, they kind of post a lot, but they post, they kind of post because they're affiliate marketers, but they post good stuff. And because they actually, you know, they don't really post. And we got a lot of those in the flipping team. We have a channel that I have like 4 channels that I've been like slowly, that's another thing. If you've been in the flipping team before, know that we've been slowly consolidating everything into like many, like as few channels as I possibly can get them. But we have a lot of people that are posting deals, like people that, for yourself or for anyone that, you know, just wants to do this on their own, find the Telegram groups, find the people that do affiliate marketing, like, and find the ones that actually post good stuff that people actually give a crap about and actually want to buy. So that, what else? The morning news. The morning news is a way to watch the trends and see what everyone's talking about. Like, again, the 2020 thing, it was all happening. They're like, oh, this weird thing's happening. This is weird. And so we're like, oh yeah, like the people are like not going to stores, and they're going to need stuff, and people are going to be staying home. Like, what the heck? Like, how can we help everyone out? How can we help people, like the restaurants? Like, again,
and even more recently, like following like morning news talking about TikTok trends. Like, I'm not really on TikTok. That's kind of a young thing, but it's like, oh, this new TikTok trend of people climbing up these milk crates and falling down. Like, you could flip milk crates on Amazon for a lot of money. Or like the stupid milk crates and the 1 chip challenge thing. Like, I have no idea what kids are doing these days.
Let me think of a good TikTok one, because that's good too. I don't have it as part of my list, but yeah, we post a ton of stuff on TikTok. What was a good thing? There was a good one from recently. This lady. So everything goes viral. I mean, even just in my area. So I'm in Orange County, California. I live in the state of Southern California. It's separate than Northern California. Some lady, like, there's a liquor store going viral, and I'm in all the local groups of like all my cities that are around me. And there was like this liquor store going out of business, and this very attractive, nice young lady posted that they're going out of business, their family business, and it sucks. And this restaurant bought them out, bought the parking lot, and it went viral. And so, like, because that one TikTok, like, they wanted to sell all their stuff because they're moving out, they're going out of business. And so, like, they would have had like no one going there, but this one video went viral, and there was like a line around the block to like buy all this like 50% off liquor, like liquor store stuff. But the example that for the flipping team that first came to mind was that this lady posted like this. Again, I don't want to say like weird trigger words for YouTube, but she posted these supplements that like will, you know, make you from this shape to like this shape, and she posted it up, and like it got like all her videos were like 300 views, 17 views, 56 views. She posted this one video of this thing that you can buy from Walmart for like, I forgot what it was, like $20. And it got like 1 million views on her one video. And then she like started making like 50 videos about that one thing after that. But because of that, because 1 million plus people saw that one video on TikTok, then watch for that. Then those $20 things that we were buying from, like the flipping game was buying from Walmart, and the Walmart monitor, the Walmart inventory monitor was posting. And if you would have signed up for alerts, then it would have been messaging you every time it went in stock. And they sold for $40 each.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $20 at Walmart for this thing, and then $40 each after there's for one lady's random TikTok.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy like what the like TikTok trends can do. And again, like I'm too old to follow that. I've got 4 kids. I'm too busy to be like following the next TikTok trend.
Put them to work, Nate.
Man, you make it too easy for me. It's like, well, what's going on? I'll just text a flipping team. That'll tell me all like the new TikTok weird things to sell. Yeah, no, I love it. All right, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. Knight did go ahead and he made like a free 2-week trial. So if you're like, and I don't know what the heck this is, try it out for 2 weeks. Like there's literally, I mean, I tell people this all the time, like take advantage of Knight. I tell people this with all the tools that offer it, like, no, take advantage of it. Even if you're like, no, I don't ever plan on actually using this, join it for 2 weeks for free with the intent on canceling and get all the leads that you want for the next 2 weeks. There you go. There's a bunch of free money.
There's no reason why everyone should not be, there's no reason why you shouldn't be signing up right now. Like, please do it. And even like, even if you join and like, you know, you're that guy that like never cancels stuff and like you get charged, like then you're screwed. I keep your money forever. No, I was kidding. If you join for 2 weeks and you accidentally get charged, like no big deal. Like I don't care. We're not out to trick anyone. Like just join the free trial. If you accidentally get charged, like I'm not trying to trick anyone. We're not trying to trick anyone. Like it's no big deal. Then you know, let me know that you absolutely hate it and it's the worst thing you've ever done in your entire life. And I just send a refund. No big deal.
Yeah. I put a new little feature. I'm trying this out. So if you guys have a little QR thing on your phone, well, every phone has it now. But if you point your phone camera at that little QR thing, it should pull up the link for you. Since you can't click on that picture.
I want to say this too. So I'm going to try it right now, but I'm going to say this too. Oh, I'm getting friend requests already from just this video. I'm famous, Nate. And I wanted to say too, real quick, is that like if anyone joined the Flipping King free trial, like at any time from the Hustle Buddies or whenever. For the last 2 years or 1 or 2 years, join again. Like everything's changed. Like if you had a free trial like a year or 2 ago, join again because everything's different. Everything's changed. I'm not gonna like you already had a free trial. You get out of here, you scammer. No, I want
you're not like tactical arbitrage. You're not gonna nickel and dime us.
No comment. Come on.
No, I do love them, but that's okay.
You're trying to get me in trouble, Nate. No, yeah. So join again. Like I don't like. I want you to see the way it is now. Like so, anyone, if you've had a free trial before. I mean, if you've had 3 free trials before, then no thanks. But no, if you've had a free trial before, then join up again. I want to see. I'm gonna try this thing out right now. Hold on.
Yeah, it is. It is significantly different than it was a year ago, 2 years ago. So
nice.
Yeah, let me know, guys, if that works. I was excited about this feature getting added to my streaming software.
Nice.
So awesome. All right. Well. That's everything that I had on my list that I wanted to ask you. Was there anything else? Any other like teachable moments or things or nuggets to pass along?
I mean, to add on to the trend stuff, following the trends. I mean, if you follow like the Twitter accounts, like Twitter's like a big wealth of information for people that post like, because here's the thing, like they're not posting it for resellers. They're posting it for collectors. Mm-hmm. So find all the toy collectors, the Funko collectors, the video game people. And we have those posts in the flipping team too. But and then whenever one of my friends noticed that there's like a big post going on in Twitter, then we let everyone know. But if you find all the Twitter accounts that are posting like all the stuff for not for resellers, they're posting it for collectors and for video game people, follow the accounts. And then if any of the posts like blow up, like if all they get is like 7 likes, 9 likes, 14 likes, and then all of a sudden something gets like 1,000 likes on it, then you better pay attention and see if that's something that you can make money on. Mm-hmm. And follow the trends on.
For sure. And like watch your your Facebook feeds is another one I love. Again, this has nothing to do with the flipping team, just flipping stuff in general and following trends.
Oh, yeah.
Like your own Facebook feed if your friends are like, oh my gosh, like, have you guys seen this? I can't believe, like, this looks so cool. Has anyone gotten one of these? Like, if you ever see a post that has that type of wording in it, go look for where you can buy it, because I can almost guarantee you it's flippable profitably. I mean, every time that I see that kind of a thing. Or like, oh, I can't, this is out of stock anywhere. Has anyone found this at their store? Like, boom, go look at all your stores, use like BrickSeek or whatever you got to do, find that and then flip it.
Oh yeah. Whenever, like, I mean, if you're in like even local groups, like join your local city groups and stuff, because then you can like, you know, people start complaining about what toy they can't find. So like, you know, join all your local city groups, because not only are you going to get good information about the city you're in, but you know, then the people start, I can't get this, I can't get that, this is the worst thing ever. Then you better start looking for it yourself and see if you can find it online and flip it yourself. You know, and ship it to their front door, you know.
Yep. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, guys, check out the flipping team. And again, like, I'll get I'm sure I'll get this on YouTube, because that's where most of the angry crazy people are out. But it's like, oh, Nate's just like shilling something, like, this is ridiculous, this is so bad, I can't believe he's such a sellout. But it's like, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been an Amazon seller for a long time. I've been making content about selling stuff on Amazon for a very long time. And I can post anything that I want. I can I could be like, hey, listen, join this. I mean, again, I don't want to like call out names and call out ones that I think are actively bad, but there's a lot of really bad BOLO groups out there.
You can tell, Nate, you can tell, no one's watching, Nate. You can tell me right now.
So it's like, I could promote anyone. I could bring anyone on here. It's like, yeah, you should join their BOLO group. It's great. They're paying me lots of money. But it's like, no, just try this. Try it for free for 2 weeks with the full intent to cancel in 2 weeks. Like,
oh yeah,
you should do it.
Join. I don't care. Join and cancel. I want you to see. I want everyone to see.
And like, that's, even if you're like, it doesn't matter if you're a brand new beginner, it doesn't matter if you've been selling for 10 years, whatever, like, this is good. I'll tell the same thing to you either way. And it's the same thing with other tools like repricers or whatever, tactical arbitrage. Like, use the free trial. Everything has free trials. That's like a fantastic, it's obviously a good way to like trial thing to see if you actually want to use it. But it's a fantastic way to honestly grow your business, even if you fully intend on never using the product, software, anything like that again. Like, like, try all the repricers. They have 2 week free trials. So like, try all of them, and you have like a month and a half of free repricing.
Do you see that? Do you see that on the screen? It says someone scanned the QR code. Do you see that?
Oh yeah.
It pops up when you do it. Nice. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So all you gotta do is you turn on your camera and you just scan the QR code, and it gives you the link right there. You don't got to type all that stuff in. Oh, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, that one. Nice. That one right there. Super cool. Let's see. We had a couple questions here. Let's see. This person joined the flipping team, couldn't understand how to navigate through it all and all the tutorials. So Knight, one more time, could you sort of give us the breakdown of,
so my buddy Byron, he posted the best thing ever, and I share it every once in a while in the flipping team. And so I've kind of updated. So here's the thing, like, and I'm going to be honest. So I think you said like a year and a half, 2 years ago, when we first started posting this, or when I posted this with you guys, I had it set. I had everything set to where you got it. I wanted everyone to see everything. The same reason why I want like everyone to see. I wanted everyone to see like. I want to overwhelm you with information, and so I stupidly set it to where you get all messages. Like, you get a notification for every message that happens, because I wanted you to see everything, and that was 2 years ago. And again, that's another reason why I want everyone who joined 2 years ago, just did a free trial, or a year and a half ago, and to try it again, because we set it, and we posted a lot. We posted some tutorials on how to mute the channels. Everything you don't care about, like if it's shoes, like, you know, there's a certain group of people, resellers, that only want to do shoes. You just mute those channels, and then you select hide muted channels, and then you don't ever see it again. And so that's that. So, but let me see.
You can still go back through and like look at that on your own if you want, but you're not getting like the pings and the announcements and all that stuff. Yeah.
So the point I was getting at was that you everything's set now to only mentions, and so when you join, your phone's not going to melt. I used to joke about it. You join the flipping team and I'm gonna melt your face off. Ha ha ha. Well, people, they did cancel the free trial because of that, because they joined and then their phone was like blowing up so they couldn't even use it. There was so much stuff being posted, and that's the truth. And so now I said it's just only mentions. So then whenever someone tags everyone or they tag whoever signed on at that time, then you'll get a notification. And then we let you know when you join which channels, which channels you should definitely go out of your way to turn on all notifications for. But let me read. Okay, so to reduce so my buddy Byron, I posted. Oh shoot, I post this in the group all the time. This is like the best thing that I've ever seen. He goes, my 3 rules for the flipping team: reduce clutter, don't try to get everything, and don't be afraid to reset. Start by muting every channel that you're not interested. If you're not flipping shoes, mute the shoe channels.
Mm-hmm.
Then toggle the caret next to each category so it points to the right instead of down. So what happens is you need to click the arrows on the side and you'll only see channels with brand new posts in them. This way you only see channels with new messages. Those 2 things right there will significantly reduce the noise and make it much easier to see what's going on. If you're on a desktop, I pop over there a few times a day during other work and run through the messages. If you're using it on your phone, do it whenever you get a free minute. I do it while I'm on the toilet.
Love it.
Last thing, sometimes you can't catch up with everything. And like right now, when I've been on vacation, there's a week's worth of messages. I mark everything as read and start over with all brand new messages. All you got to do is right click and you mark the whole group chat as read. You start from scratch. And so that's how you do it.
Yeah, it's all hosted inside of a platform called Discord. Discord is sort of like the Facebook chat room of the new generation. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but like there's lots of tutorials. Knight is happy to help. If you're like, how do I see things like that? Like shoot him a message, and I'm sure he can either walk you through it or do whatever else. But yeah, let me see. Someone else asked between the different plans. I'll give you my take, and then Knight can break it down. So I think there's 3 different plans. And what I usually tell people is like, okay, do you want to drink from like the hose? Do you want to drink from the fire hose, or do you want to drink from the fire hydrant? That's sort of the differences. If you are just planning on signing up for like a free 2-week trial and then canceling, just get the highest one and then use that up and then cancel. But it changes sort of what you all have access to.
There's 3. So there's a top one. And then, so just sign up for the top one. And like I said, like if you change your mind, you want to go down 1 step. If you accidentally get charged, like it's really no big deal. Like I'll just send you a refund, no big deal. And you can go back down to the middle one, use Nate's link here, and you can go back down to the middle one and try that out. If you want to see, and when you click the link here, then it explains what's the difference in each one. And then there's a super starter one. Like don't do that for the free trial right now, but there's a super low, like super starter one, and to get everyone started. But in this case, everyone better be signing up. There's no reason why you shouldn't be signing up. Everyone, even if you've been in before, sign up for the free trial right now.
And you might sign up, like, let's say you get a free trial and you're like, okay, you know what? Like, I liked this, but I really only used like this channel and this channel. You can go back and look at the plans. It's like, okay, which plan includes that? Because it could be the cheapest option shows you like 2 or 3 things that you were looking at anyway. It's like, well, that's all I wanted. So I'm good with that. I didn't want to pay all this money a month, but pay you a couple bucks and I'll see what I wanted. So yeah. Awesome. All right. It's been almost an hour now. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know time is precious over there in Southern California in the States.
It's almost dinner time. I got someone coming to dinner right now any second.
So yeah, we appreciate you coming on, man. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop them in this chat. And I mean, you can tag us, you can tag me, tag Knight. And we'll try to answer questions. If you're watching the replay of this, we're happy to come back and help out where we can. But yeah, this is awesome, man. Definitely, guys, check that out. It's a free 2-week thing, and I like free. So yeah, check it out. Awesome. Have a good one, everybody.